welcome to another exciting episode of the Sport Chat. Today we have so much to celebrate because we are joined by a phenomenal woman who is doing things in her own pace at her own race, and she is definitely winning. We are joined by the beautiful Naledi Aphane. Thank you very much for allowing us into your space, man, in this beautiful home.
Thank
you guys for coming.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for allowing us to invade your private space.
And, as long as you leave the other things.
No, man. This is actually the most difficult interview I had to organize. But I'm glad it finally happened. It was supposed to happen last week.
Yeah.
But due to the weather conditions and obviously in the Vazama venue, we had to shoot outside, by the way.
Yeah.
So it couldn't happen. So I'm happy that we are here. And it is the 7th episode of the Sports Chat. And let's just dive into it, man. Yesterday we had a game between the Chiefs and the Cape Town City, where Kaizer Chiefs they wrote to the PSL saying that they can't play that game. And obviously, I think it is 5 games for December that they cannot play. And they were asking the PSL to move the games to January next year. And they have reported that there is 31 positive cases, and obviously 31 is a lot. And Cape Town City wrote back to say that not as the Cape Town City, they have not received any correspondence from the PSL, so they have to go to the venue, and they did at FNB Stadium yesterday. But obviously Chiefs was not there. I just wanted to ask Naledi what's her take with regards to that, because we had a similar issue, but it was different with AM, which failed to pitch in the playoffs. So I just wanted to get your reaction to that.
By the way, the PSL prosecutor quit today, Nande Becker, and obviously I think it has to do with the whole saga, and all that. But big ups to Cape Town City for honoring the invite, for doing what they had to do, adhering to the stadiums, or rather just adhering to the games protocols, and just going there, doing what they had to do. So I'm not really faltering them. As for the PSL, I don't know what to say, guys. We'll see how things go. Unfold. So for now, we'll see.
Okay, we also had, sad news. We received the sad news from FIFA. They dismissed our, application with regards to that Bafana and the Ghana game. We had to replay it. Obviously, Safa had written to CAF and FIFA saying that obviously they have to do an investigation. Who's that ref?
On the way.
So, with regards to that, what's your reaction?
Again, guys, let's focus on 2026.
My thing is, Ace Novo found that for the first half only, it was I think 83.9 of incorrect decisions that went against the Bafana. Is that not enough for FIFA to say, really, the game was manipulated? So let's just replay the game.
But now the back and forth. How many times are we going to write? We're not going to get the replay. We're writing again, same thing. So must say again, guys, let's focus on Vision 2026.
Exactly. Especially if you know exactly.
We do, but guys, it is what it is. What can we say?
But since the new coach took over, Hugo Bruce, what's your your take on him?
Impressive. Enjoyed the run actually from the first match to the last one. It was sad for us not to go through on the very last day, which I don't know how Kaizer Chiefs fans survived losing the league on the last day, because it felt like that. But you know what? Now we had this thing covered. Then on the last day, Barry Tsayayo. So it's just.
Speaking of Hugo,
it was sad.
Yeah. Speaking of Hugo, do you think as a new coach, when he came to Bafana, he got the support that every other coach have had actually?
No,
it was very
he was very vocal
that
there are people that want to sabotage him and all that. So I think he hasn't been comfortable for the past few games that he was in charge.
So with regards to his selection, we know that he prefers the younger players. And obviously they have been doing well, man. They almost qualified for the World Cup.
I see the vision.
I also do. And I think we spoke about this sometime back in one of our episodes. I see his vision through young players actually.
But obviously there are some people who are saying they are old guys, aged maybe 30, 31, who are doing well. Like for instance, Andy Lejari.
But the thing is, like I said, the thing is, I think I once said this. It is very, I think, good for the young players to teach for the old rather to teach the young ones so that they can leave the legacy too. Because if they're given the opportunity over and over, those one are not gonna get the opportunity to learn or understand.
And also what I liked with if you watch the Euros, you'd see that there were a lot of teenagers, a lot of youngsters, 19, 18, making their debut, playing.
Yeah.
So why can't we do the same? Why must we rely on experience that didn't get us anywhere in the past? So,
no, I get you. And obviously we have been receiving sad news, man. It has been sad, especially for the Swallows. They're from Africa. They did well last season, finishing top 8. And they had to, sack their coach, Brendan Truth, and retire. Yeah, it is, man. I mean, the coach, I read a statement, I think he said something along the lines of he was not fired by the management of the team, but he was fired from people who are outside, who are influencing the management.
Who said that to him?
Fred and Truter. He said that he's going to be making a statement.
But like his results were not also good.
Yeah,
so it was fair. If you're not delivering the results, now you must call. Why are we keeping you? No.
Which team do you support, by the way?
No, I don't support any.
There's no such. There's absolutely no such.
You can see the lie written in their face.
Exactly. That it's been a team that she's been born now. Falling born and
No, I'm a fan of football locally. I'm a fan of the PSL.
No, I understand why she's saying that.
Yeah, I understand. I also understand.
Why?
No, I understand.
I understand.
No, but it is the truth though.
Okay, which team did you support while growing up?
I supported Liverpool.
No,
locally
in South
I
Africa.
I
know, I don't think she's going to give us the answer. So let's
the
just...
answer is there.
Speaking of childhood, how was it like growing up, as a girl child, growing, how was it your childhood?
It was great. I think it was good. A lot of ups and downs here and there, but it's normal. I was raised by my grandparents and my parents. So my love for not even. Hey, I think it was okay, and I spent a lot of time with the men, my dad, my grandfather, and that is where my love for sports then comes from. They'd watch the games every single day.
Which team did your dad support?
Locally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is a Pirates fan. My grandfather's a Sundowns fan.
Really Sundowns, okay.
Yeah. So that's been the dynamics in the family. But yeah, my childhood was great. I was a very sporty child growing up. I loved going out. I still do.
They say that beautiful girls support Kaizer Chiefs. So I assume that you support Kaizer Chiefs.
You speaking of growing up, there's a tweet that you once tweeted of how Sokoladuma, you used to read Sokoladuma every Wednesday, and how your granddad used to buy the newspaper every Wednesday, and you would just you think that your granddad actually played a fundamental role in how you actually ended up being in the sports.
Shout out to Mazola, by the way, from Sokoladuma. Incredible job.
Yeah.
My grandfather is the reason why I'm where I am. Because, like I said, I grew up in a family where we'd watch sports every day. And obviously, as a girl child, I just want to watch cartoons.
Exactly.
But it's not the case. I'm like, ball every day. Eventually, I'd sit and just watch. So every time we'd see Bo Carol, the ladies on TV, my grandfather would say, I see you there. So eventually the words were planted in. I was like, okay, I see the vision. Okay, and then that is how it started. Also, he'd take me, whenever he played tennis, I'd go with him to go watch him play. That is how I also started playing tennis. I played tennis.
Oh, you played tennis?
Yeah,
amazing.
So my grandfather really played a very huge role in making sure that I'm a sports girl that I am today.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah. Those ones in there.
Oh, the little ones.
Yeah, and I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Okay. Are you the firstborn?
I'm the firstborn. I'm the deputy mom.
Interesting. You're always looking after everybody.
Yeah, the most frustrating thing.
I saw you tweeting yesterday.
I tweet a lot, man.
Yeah,
always,
you do, man.
always on Twitter. Girl is always on Twitter.
I was trying to follow what was the story with you and TS Galaxy, Team Sugazi. Can you?
What do you mean? What's the story?
Sorry?
What do you mean? What's the story?
Yeah, I don't know. I think people are congratulating you for something, man. I don't know if you've moved to TS Galaxy.
Yeah, but
you're gonna be their communication manager. Or what's going on there?
Yeah, no, guys. No, I don't know anything about
that.
Naledi doesn't want to talk, man.
No.
Okay, what's the story there? What was happening?
I don't know. The story is, as people know, I'm a huge Marawa fan, right?
Yes.
So usually I'd send in voice notes to the show. So I sent a voice note to Team Sukazi. So he was impressed with my view on sports, or rather on how the team was performing and all that, on everything that I said. So I was like, no, how about you come through and we have a chat? That is what's happening, really. There's no much to talk about from there. So
Okay. I know that. I know.
details.
No, man, it's not even that. I'm just curious, and I know that you did quite a few of big interviews. And speaking of Marawa, how was it though?
Yo, I want to relive that day every single day.
It was special, man.
It was great,
special.
you know.
And I was watching the numbers, man. I was like,
crazy. I also saw that.
Yo, when he came in, actually, I think it was around 6 because the show started at 6.
Yeah.
When he came in, I think I was still on a phone call with someone. I was like, yo, dude, I'm stressing. You know, this is like a normal person. Yo, dude, this is big. I can't mess it up.
Yeah.
And then Kisachi, I think it was like 10 to 6 or so. Someone comes and is like, he's here. I'm like, what do you mean? It's not even time yet.
Yeah.
I don't know, he's here. I quickly rushed into the studio to take my camera and just like record everything. But when he came in with a camera, right? So there was no need for me to capture. And I was like, okay, cool. That means I'm gonna get all the pictures, the videos. And then when he got in, I was like, oh, so how are you? No, I'm good. I'm just nervous. And then he gave me a few tips. Don't start where everyone starts, start from, like, he was nice. Gave me tips, like, no,
imagine.
do this. I was like, wow.
Yeah, and you're about to interview him and he tells you what to do.
And it was like
he understands.
Naledi tweeted, right, to say that he would like to interview Robert. Robert responded by saying, don't give me interview questions.
Yeah, just ask me anything.
The place and time.
I'm there.
It's how it came about.
So, he was supposed to do an interview, I think it was on... Okay, let me just not name the station. I was supposed to do an interview there. And then the interview was postponed. So I was like, okay, Mina, let me shoot my shot. Shot my shot and I won, guys. It was an encore. So I was like, no, let me just tweet, I've got nothing to lose anyways, but everything to gain. Tweeted the tweet, people are tagging him, and by the time I saw the tweet, I remember I was at the mall when he responded. I was like,
what?
I almost cried that day. The people. I was like, people, date, time, venue, don't ask me anything, don't send me any questions, ask me anything. I was like, wow.
What did that moment mean to you? Because I also saw there was a cake celebration and taking pictures after that. What did that moment mean to you, having to have a conversation with Robert Marawa?
Meeting him on its own was big. I think that's my highlight of the year. And then after the show, when we were like taking pictures, eating, because David Mahasha was there as well.
I was about to ask you, how does David Mahasha come to play now?
So we're there celebrating, taking pictures, and then I thought I'm there taking pictures. They're like taking my gift that he brought. And there's a cake. I'm like, hey, what's this for now? What's this? And I'm like, okay, a cake. Naledi interview with Robert Marawa. I was like, wow, he really didn't have to. He really didn't have to. But it was a dream come true.
You also did, another interesting one, and I've been wanting this guy, but he's been ticking me.
Who?
No, people are busy.
Shakes Rampage.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Why is Shakes
want to do the things. Really want to do the things. Give it the ball to do the things.
Why is Shakes
how was it though? Because I know Shakes is very vocal and he speaks his mind, and I love his intelligence when it comes to the analysis of football.
He's a very cool guy, Shakes. And I think guys, man. I think the interview with Rob really opened a lot of doors for me. Now when you ask, people are like,
oh, she did that.
So with Shakes, it was the very same thing. He sent through a voice note to Marawa on the day. And they spoke, and then he was like, oh, great job, Naledi. And from there, I was like, okay, I've been wanting him on my show. So let me just, strike. And that is how I sent him a DM, and the rest is history.
And then he came.
He came through.
How did your gig at Hope come about? How did you end up working at Hope?
So I did radio at City Varsity.
Okay.
So 2020 I was competing. So after completion, they had some auditions. You had to like record yourself and do that. Yo, Mina, I think I was so excited to a point whereby I missed the script.
Yeah.
My audition had nothing to do with the script.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't get it then. I was like, okay, so I didn't get the job. And then a few weeks later, the station manager calls me. He's like, Arnold Rankoko would like to mentor someone. So you're the first person that came to my mind. Arnold Rankoko is the commentator for Super Sport.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to be working with Arnold.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The following day, had a meeting with Arnold and the station manager. I was an hour late and I thought, yo, Naledi Aphane, you're losing this one. Yo. But no, when I got there, Arnold was very nice, very welcoming, the station manager as well. And then it went well, and then they said, you're starting this Thursday. I was like, hey, well, you're not even giving us time. It's fine though, I'm coming through. Come Thursday, the show starts now. Arnold says to me, this is your show. I am just here to guide you.
Listen.
Should you need anything, I'm here. Should you need any guest, I'm here. I was like, wow.
When you scared though, like when you never.
You know, when you meet people that you only hear on radio or that you see on TV, like, who am I to work with these people?
Exactly.
Who am I to even meet these people? You know,
you think of how am
I
I deserving of this moment?
Exactly. That's how I felt. So that's how I started working with Arnold. It's been a beautiful year, just learning from him. Whenever there's something, he'd send me, go to this club, go here, go there. It's been amazing, really.
Yeah.
In terms of the preparation for that first ever show you do at Hope Alive, what was going through your mind? And,
The first one. You're about to go on air. Listen.
The first one, I think I had the meeting on Tuesday, and then I had Wednesday to prepare. How did I prepare? Sure, I forgot how I prepared.
It doesn't remember.
But how was it though? Did you kill it?
It was amazing.
Were you not nervous?
I was, but I talk a lot. I think I'm more comfortable speaking. I talk a lot,
true.
I go. I speak a lot, no. But I do.
You do.
I thought you'd say no.
No, you do.
So when you're comfortable speaking,
it
speaking about
becomes
football as well, it becomes,
especially if you talk about something that you love.
And
you know.
Yeah.
So
It becomes a conversation with the people that you can't see.
Yeah.
So it was easy. But I did my thorough research. I had to, because Arnold gave me an assignment saying you need to look at different sporting codes. You're not only going to do football.
Yes.
You know everything. So I'm like, okay, what's playing? I had to check like the matches from the past weekend and build from that to the show. So that's how I prepared for the show.
That Hlompho Kekana interview, how was it, man?
I was about to ask about the exactly.
And thing is, he doesn't carry himself like a legend.
Yeah.
He's so humble.
He's just like an ordinary individual.
Yeah. But you are Hlompho. It's like, no man. That's who you are. It was amazing because it was also fresh. It was just a few days after being released from Sundance. So I managed to get like the questions that people have been dying to ask myself as well. So, but building up to that interview, like we had a miscommunication between him and I
about the interview.
About the interview. So I gave him a call. I think it was on a weekend. I'm like, Hlompho, would like to honor you on the show this coming Thursday. He was like, no, I'm cool. Send me through the details. I sent him the details, the venue, everything. I'm like, should I go ahead and prepare poster for you? He's like, yeah, perfect. Day of the interview, I call, he's not picking up. I call, he's not picking up. Like, it's 3 p.m. I'm like, yo, he's not picking up. Eventually he calls me back. He's like, I see you want me to come to studio. I'm like, but I sent you everything. And you agreed. So, how do you agree? No. But no, Sham, he came through, and I'm like, yo, Hlompho, I don't know how to thank you because you came, even though we had a miscommunication, you still managed to come. So Hlompho is a great guy.
What was that one, question that you have been dying to ask Hlompho?
Why did you leave after signing a 5-year contract? Because his contract was supposed to end in 2024, and he was so open. He was like, no, the reason why I left is because I was not in the coach's plan.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's more of an age thing, but like the fact that the coaches want to build their very own thing, and then he was
not
part
included.
of
Yeah.
So
but it's painful, man. You know, because Hlompho has done a lot for the club.
Even
if Coach Peter was still at Naledi Sundowns, Hlompho would still be playing.
Even it's not only about what I think the role Hlompho has played. I think as a player, having to not be included, having to be on the bench all the time, and we know that I can't do much better. I think that's what kills. We have seen it with a lot of players. You would wonder, where is this person? They're still part of the team, but they're not playing. People even end up forgetting about them. We've a lot of them. Because Martin Kekana, when he was the chief, like a lot of people, like a lot of those people that we end up forgetting about them. You know what I mean?
So he didn't want to be another stat. You know,
exactly.
You know, I still want to play, but I'm not prepared. So
how do you know Lindy would do it?
How do you?
No, man, I do my research. And I remember she was congratulating you, man.
On what?
What was it? Was it for the interview?
Robert Marawa.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's the interview with Robert Marawa.
Yeah.
No, man, Lindy is just that sister, you know, that's always giving you advice. Don't do this. Don't feel like you've arrived, Naledi. You know, the one that keeps you grounded. You know.
I think you're so fortunate. You have a lot of people that are actually guiding you, man.
But Lindy was cool.
You know,
Lindy was cool with everyone. Even if you send her a DM, she'll reply.
Everybody was like guiding you. Yeah, that's quite it. That's quite
it.
And
so like I don't take it for granted. To have people that want to see me grow and groom me.
Have you ever done an interview like, I shouldn't have done that. No, man, maybe I went too hard. No, man.
I don't think so. But I would love to have that. You know, just going hard, but not prepared.
Yeah.
But you know, just go on full mode, journalist. You know, ask.
You don't have any way like, man, baby, maybe not that way. I shouldn't have asked people that question that way.
I'll think about it. I'll come back to it. But I don't think so. But
or difficult. It's somebody that, you know, other people. It's not the matter of the question, but it's the matter of how difficult the guest is. You're trying to, you're trying to dig deep, but they're not coming. You know what I mean?
Quite a lot, and it's so difficult because now, as a broadcaster, you need to find a way to make it open up. And if you're not opening up, it discourages you. Like, I don't want to go on anymore. It's just
and
not
there those
happening.
people who go on and on. I remember when I was interviewing the now CEO of Farrell AM, that guy talks. You need
to cut that and be like,
come here.
Oh man, but let's move on, man. As you said, that you're doing a lot of things. I want us to talk about Walkinpurity. Is it Walkinpurity?
Yeah, Walkinpurity.
Oh my god.
How's that?
Yo, guys, I think I've been so busy to a point whereby I neglect some of the other things. So I haven't posted forever this whole year.
But tell us about what is it all about?
Yeah. It's a Christian movement.
Are you a Christian?
Yes.
What's your favorite scripture?
1 Timothy 4:12 that says, do not let anyone look down on you because you're young, but set an example, which is what I think I'm doing.
Yes. Like, very powerful words.
So, and it inspires me because I don't want, there's just so many days where you feel like I'm too young to be doing this. I don't have what it takes to be doing this, but then you remember, no, God says, don't let anyone look down on you, so set an example. So if I can, I do set an example to people, and say, no guys, let's do this, But in this industry that we're working in, guys, to be quite honest, sometimes just be like, yo, who am I? These people are going to think, so if I can, from there, I need to be the example to other people coming after me. No, if Naledi can do it, I can also do it at a very young age. So that is.
How did the Walkinpurity all started? Because I think I once had a audio what I wanted to know more about that, but I want to have a greater understanding of how did it all start about and what is it all focusing on.
So Walkinpurity started in 2019. I think it was just the vision that I had, like for the longest time. Again, this is where the scripture now comes in. Because what I would do, like every Tuesday, I'd have like my own fast. Like fasting every Tuesday, and then.
No wonder you're getting these big interviews. That's fasting.
No. So it was fasting and prayer for me, and if I wasn't working, I was still at school at the time.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm at home on Tuesdays, I need to read my Bible, pray, do whatever it is that I had to. So there was a scripture that kept coming to my head. I think it was 1 Corinthians, I forgot the exact scripture, that says your bodies are the temple of God.
Yes.
Every single Tuesday now, it was a thing whereby it's coming, and I can, whenever I read my Bible, I write down notes. This is what I'm taking out of it today, this is what I'm taking, and pray about it. So it's been coming in for like consecutive weeks. I'm like, okay, Lord, what are you saying here? And then eventually I got the answer. The thing was to start Walkinpurity. So now what Walkinpurity is, it's a youth movement, not only for youth. So to say, you know what, guys, God still wants us to present our bodies whole to Him, and be holy, be the temple that He would want to dwell in. So that is how it came about, through fasting and prayer.
So with regards to, I know that a lot of broadcasters, obviously when you're starting, there's that one specific radio station you want to see yourself working for.
Yeah.
For Naledi, which station is that?
Is that?
I think even if I ask you that question, you're going to say the SABC, right?
No.
No. Not even. Not even. Maybe before.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
That's my thing. I'm saying like before, right?
Yeah, not anymore.
Metro.
I think for me as well, it was Metro at the time. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, who doesn't want to see themselves working for Metro? One of the biggest radio stations. So for me, it was that. But obviously, we grow.
Yeah.
Perspectives change.
Yeah.
Things change. So for me
And
now,
especially the stories that we hear from
Other people's experiences, you get to.
yeah. And then you grow as well. You get to see things for yourself. You're like,
differently,
okay, maybe not here, but so yeah. And for me, it was Metro at the time, or the SABC as a whole.
now that you've seen.
I went for Prime Media. Prime Media.
Yeah, and they were post the Prime Media.
Dude, they didn't respond to my email.
But don't give up, don't give up.
But it's been mad, so
speaking of who wanting to be part of the SABC, so who do you say was one of the people your idol growing up? You say probably if I could get to this point, particularly in sports, I would have made it.
Carol, being that lady,
dude,
being that lady,
dude.
From day one,
yeah,
as a lady,
Yeah.
you see another lady doing it, you're like, okay, it's not a so cold male-dominated.
Yeah.
You see them coming, women now coming through. Now you've got Agolinti Dube, but for me, it was Carol and Marawa at the time. They were big. I was like, okay. One day is one day.
Yeah.
So and then you see now Bompolo Tulunyane coming through, Mutsiri Sumpono coming through.
Yeah, she's also doing wonders. Yeah,
Mutsiri
is also down.
Yeah, she's doing great.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I must say, but there's something that is going right, man, at Naledi Sundowns.
Good.
Yeah, you must
If you notice, it's so filled with people that pray.
Yeah.
Like I've seen people there. Like,
I mean, they play the inaugural CAF.
Yeah.
They
win
won
it.
it.
Yeah.
They are the defending champions of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And
they played their last game today, by the way.
Yeah, so, and also the male side, man, they're doing. I mean,
amazing.
I saw people saying that just give Naledi Sundowns the trophy.
Exactly.
There's no competition.
But don't you think
Okay.
Don't you think it's soon though to give them the trophy? Because now I feel like it's getting real. Lama draws now coming through.
Yeah, but
one thing about Sundowns is the consistency.
Yeah,
they are,
and especially now that we're going to the second round of the season.
Exactly.
They are very strong in the second round.
So they are. And I mean, the one thing that you can do, if you can finish the first round of the season on a high.
Yeah.
Second season, a lot of teams are fatigued.
Yeah.
So they know, because now they'll be playing CAF, coming back home, they still have that momentum.
Yeah.
Other teams, obviously, they don't play CAF.
Yeah.
But still, and you rest your rats. So that's how they keep the momentum going.
Yeah, obviously they are used to, playing CAF and domestic football.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sundowns, women, I think it's quite an amazing to see women winning, and actually I think women in South African sport, they always have to prove that, guys, we can do this. They always have to prove the way.
What paid me though is that there was no man.
Yeah.
Oh
Listen.
man, after so much hard work.
Listen, you see, this is the same
Yeah.
challenges that Banyana also faces. That we are the national team, but we also
And
still
obviously they are
facing
equal
difficulties.
with
That has to
team.
change, and I feel like
It
we
does.
also have a role to play
Yes,
because
yes.
we don't watch the games.
Yeah.
So we need to start by supporting them, watching those games, tweeting to make noise, say no, we are watching the game.
Yeah.
Maybe the sponsors and whoever that has to, do what they have to do
Can
to
help
make sure
out,
there's
yeah.
money. They can see that okay, people do what for sport. Maybe we can like invest money and just make sure that they continue every season.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to find out. I went through everything. I even, made some
Went
few
through
contacts. Are you dating?
But who?
No, I mean, like I was trying to find out.
No,
and I
I'm
couldn't
not.
find anything.
No,
Why?
No.
Koraf.
How?
No. Okay, no, let me not lie. Nah. The thing is, I don't know. I don't know. I think I work too much. I focus too much on work to a point where other things will come after me.
Yeah, you neglect other things.
Yeah, it's fine. Kabona later on in life.
Let's speak about. I want us to speak about the Mama Joy, her leaving Paris and going to Royal AM.
Oh, yeah.
I want us to talk about.
But I think she was paid, even though Sinkimnisi said that they didn't pay her anything. But that transition,
Which team do you support?
I support Bafana Bafana and Banyana.
Locally.
I support Bafana Bafana.
So you also
all teams in the TSC.
I would get to where I was going anyway, so it's fine.
No, you started it.
But guys,
If
no.
you told us first,
but I'm being honest though.
No, not you are
That's
being
not-
honest though. Yeah, we
I know which team you support, so it's
Banyana and
It's fine.
Bafana Bafana.
No, I wanted to ask, so let's say for example you support Kaizer Chiefs
Yeah.
and they're not doing so well.
Yeah.
There's a new team that's on the block, they're doing really well, they've got the money. If they invite you to say no man, come through, wouldn't you go?
I think
if they're gonna pay.
Let's just say they're paying, wouldn't you go? And good
but-
money.
Yes,
But I think-
the thing is now, the trick is they are saying that they are refuting claims to say that they are paying her.
Okay.
So obviously, Mama Joy
I'm not
having
saying
been the
they pay her, I'm
faithful.
no, she's saying generally.
I'm just saying like generally.
If there was a
generally,
team.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't because I'm sure
If your team is not performing well, wouldn't you leave?
No, I don't think I would. I don't think I would. I don't think I would, man.
No, I mean if you're loyal to something,
Yeah, you get
it doesn't
to.
matter if there's
And
money
especially
now.
looking at the
Yeah.
back of how if the team was performing, there was a time or the period where it was performing well.
At the peak, yeah.
Yeah, you might say no. Actually, no, this can't be. No, I can't do this.
And for the fact that in the past 20 years, she's only missed one home game, that should tell you of her
Yeah.
loyalty.
Yeah.
She was very loyal to the team. So for
That's
a
why it
person
came
to just
as a
leave,
surprise
it's a
to
shock.
me. It
Yeah.
came as a surprise. Like,
To me,
I'm like,
it's a shock. I'm like, home girl, you've been with this team forever. And then now, I guess we'll never know.
What's your take, man, on political parties? Throwing rallies, but
Not
football
allowed.
supporters
Dude.
cannot be at the stadium. I mean,
Yeah.
even 2,000 fans.
Dude, 2,000 fans in a go F&B.
Ah man.
It didn't make sense. It's like you have not even 1%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
By the way, I don't think we're gonna go back to stadiums anytime soon.
Yeah.
I also
Just so
think
you
so.
know,
We won't.
sad,
Yeah.
but we're not gonna see that. It's hypocritical, man.
Yeah.
Because now you're filling up stadiums to promote whatever political party you need in.
Yeah.
Mara, people can't go to the stadium. And gonna go, there's no mask on site.
Yeah.
Mara, but can't go to the stadiums. What is that? Because now, obviously, the stadium says you must be vaccinated. You must. We adhere to the COVID protocols, but still we're not going to be allowed inside the stadium. So it doesn't add up.
And I think fans being at the stadium played also a fundamental role in the performance of teams actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some teams
I mean-
might be lacking because of they're no longer that
Yeah,
motivation from the
yeah,
fans,
Big teams with big fan bases,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
haven't been the same
Yeah.
since then.
Yeah.
So,
Very true.
couldn't see it.
Yeah, so in terms of your future plans, what are you currently busy with? What are
Girl
you
is very
planning for?
busy. Girl is
No,
very busy.
like, that's
That's why
very-
it's so difficult to get her.
What do you mean,
She's very busy.
busy? No.
Girl is very
Ah, yeah.
Guys, I'm working on a lot of projects.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Big projects.
Yes.
With big people.
Yes. We like to see black girl winning. Black girls
Yeah.
winning.
Yeah, I'll be close. I'll disclose.
I
at the
want a
right
lady.
Give us the secrecy when you're
Guys,
What do you mean?
not-
Also, are you that kind of a person who, you know, is scared to disclose, thinking you're gonna get, you know, witchcraft?
No,
Do you know those
not even
people?
that. No. It's not even that.
Yeah.
I don't have the right to speak about it yet. You know, like when you work
okay.
with people,
Yeah.
you like decide.
Ah, that's
Confidentiality.
always their defense.
Yeah,
That's always
yeah.
their defense.
No, I would
Not
understand.
No, but you know, I talk a lot, so I think I might have accidentally tweeted something.
You might have seen something, but you haven't. Have you?
Yeah,
have you
that's good that
got
you
any
haven't.
hints that where she's heading to?
It's fine. Because you know, yesterday I did an interview.
Mm.
Go SAFM.
Yeah.
Okay.
The host of the show was on my Twitter like, yo, you tweet a lot, Naledi.
Exactly.
I'm like, I do.
You do. I'm like, the other day was also like, let me see like what you tweet about. What you tweet about. I'm like, girl, each and every minute. If there's a girl is already tweeting about it.
Yeah.
Listen, each and every. No, you talk about each and everything. Like, girl is like you're always on Twitter.
Which is a good thing, though. It's a good thing. It's not
I
like-
guess
I
it's
think
a
you
good
interact
thing,
with
you know?
people. Yeah.
Yeah, I love engagements. I love talking, guys. I just love, you know, having a feedback from you. What do you think about
Yeah.
this? Did you see the goal? What do you think about it?
Yeah.
The penalty, is it a penalty? You know,
Yeah.
like, I love
Do you think we need
engaging.
VAR in South Africa?
Yeah,
We do.
we do.
Yeah.
Because now it's getting tricky to a point whereby people get penalties. Is it penalties?
But I'm sure there's this thing of we can't afford it, blah blah blah.
No, a plan has to be made, guys. The PSL has money. That is the truth. The PSL has money.
Moving on, let's
That must be
let's talk about Ballon d'Or, man. Lionel Messi winning his 7th Ballon d'Or.
Guys, Messi don't deserve that.
Listen.
If you're being honest.
Now,
think I have a link here.
there are critics, right?
Yeah,
People are saying
yeah.
that he
He
didn't
did not
deserve.
deserve
And
it.
obviously, last year it was cancelled.
Yeah.
And obviously, who's this guy? Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah.
I think he was gonna win it though. He was doing great.
Lewandowski was the right person
Yeah.
for the Ballon d'Or for me, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I found something that says of how the Ballon d'Or winners
The
selected.
criteria.
Yeah.
Apparently, you need to. They look at your performance on and off the field.
Okay.
Do you have? I think I have it here somewhere.
Yeah, but I think Messi did well, obviously for Argentina winning the Copa
Yeah,
America.
Guys,
He was the
I'm
first
based
player.
on Copa
No,
America.
but no, I'm not saying. I'm not saying that he deserved to win.
no.
I'm just saying, you know, the achievements. You know, we know with
Speak for
Argentina,
themselves, yeah.
Argentina, man, it's been a while not winning anything.
Yeah.
They won a Copa America. Messi becomes the first player to be the top goal scorer, top assist, and player of the tournament.
Yeah.
But guys, Lewandowski, where do you put him?
No, Lewandowski did great, man. I think.
So he doesn't deserve that.
But honestly,
Actually, the whole awards, the whole
No,
awards.
no, the thing
deserve it.
is, it's not us who decides the votes. So if
What
people
do you
vote
say about
for
the
you-
criteria?
Yeah, I'm saying like the votes, guys. No, they were because how is Mo Salah not even in the top 5?
And
How is
that
Mo
guy's-
Salah
he's
in the
African.
top
Yeah.
11?
He's
Yeah.
African.
Where is this thing?
What
And I think also the fact that the journalists are voting. You know, there is the Messi
Yeah.
Ronaldo
Yeah.
agenda
But I
that's
think,
being
that,
pushed
I,
every
think, I,
single
think, I think
time.
that debate will end, or rather has ended.
I don't think it will ever.
Never.
Between
Not until
Messi and Ronaldo.
Not until
never.
they retire.
Never. It will never. Even
But
if when
honestly-
they retire, I think people will still talk about
Do you
it
think
too.
Ronaldo will win a Ballon d'Or?
Time is up, eh?
Exactly.
Time is up.
Exactly.
But-
and obviously, the Ballon d'Or judges
Yeah.
to say that you are the best. So Messi
I
has
cannot
7,
find
Ronaldo
it.
has
Yes.
5.
But I think that I don't think the argument, even though he hasn't won it, but I don't think the argument will ever end. People argue about Messi and Ronaldo each and every day. You everywhere you go, people will still
Still
talk about
about get the chat though. I really don't. Like, I don't seem to
the
find
criteria.
That.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the awards
But
are
do you,
rigged.
do you think the criteria that they use, is it fair?
Is it fair
It's
on
not.
players?
Because if the right people are not received, for example, nah, when
But my
has an
thing is-
African player won it?
Mm.
The Ballon d'Or.
What have they been doing?
But guys, let's speak of okay, what is the point of nominating them?
Exactly.
Is for them to stand a chance to win.
But they don't even do no.
No, the thing with me, it's like idols, just it's the people who decide who wins.
Exactly, but it's not fair then.
Well, imagine you. Let's talk about the being nominated
Yeah.
firstly.
Yeah.
In terms of nomination firstly,
Yeah.
before you even get to the vote. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We can't compare it to idols because now with idols, the viewers get to, vote for their favorites.
Yeah.
Now with this one, you have journalists, people that are supposed to be professional, to vote for the rightful person to receive. But no, Messi and Ronaldo must win.
Okay, now let's move on from that.
It's all about agenda. It's all about agenda.
Like agenda too.
What's your take, man, on the return of Keegan Dolly and Stuart Baxter to Kaizer Chiefs? Do you think the Chiefs, I think they're number 3.
Number
3, yeah.
Do you think Uguti, they will compete and probably?
My thing is, Stuart Baxter left. When he comes back, he finds the very same players that he played again before he left the country. He still plays them.
Yeah.
My thing is, he's not even giving the young ones a chance. My chat is, the coach Hugo Bruce made it a point that no, please make sure that you play the youngsters so that we are able to see and can be able to select them for the national team.
Exactly.
But we're not even seeing cooperation from the coach. He still prefers to play,
You see what we were talking about, how the young players, it goes a long way. That's when they get to be given.
Hlompho was great last season. Made so many appearances in the CAF.
Yeah, but obviously, I usually can judge you from, training.
But guys,
no. Nah,
So,
one I also
okay,
say
let
no.
me ask you a question, guys. Would you prefer Ungobo over Ukola Alexander?
Yeah, are we looking for experience? No, what is Cole doing, to be honest? Is he doing what he's supposed to do?
But he's performing better than a lot of people do.
Nah, but
You see
then
what I was talking about earlier on?
Hey, that one I know. That one.
You see what I was
that
talking
one
about
not made
earlier
for
on
football.
Wonder?
Okay.
No.
That one must be a farm.
This goes a long way, because if young players are given a chance in their teams, that's where they get to be given a chance to play for the national team.
Yeah.
So you're not playing for the national team, you're not playing for your team, you understand
how are you going to be
exactly
seen,
how are you going to be
Yeah, I
seen.
think it goes back to this thing of experience.
It's not, how would
And
I get
honestly,
experience if I'm not
no,
playing?
exactly.
How would I get experience if I'm not playing?
It's like you graduating.
Yeah.
You graduate 5 years experience.
How would I
Give me experience now.
It goes a long way. People need to be given a chance.
Yeah, but obviously it seems like some of the coaches are not willing to take that risk. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at the how Stuart Baxter sets up his team.
Yeah.
He's that coach who believes in experienced players and his formation.
And
A
it's
lot of
sad.
defenders, that guy is not scared to put 7 defenders in one game. And then
Defend
ask
them,
yourself,
Oh, listen.
where are you gonna get the goals?
So you get the chat now. So I'm like, no, let's give the youngsters a chance. Give them a chance.
Speaking about a chance, I just wanna, as a woman being in the industry that is believed is male dominated,
Yeah.
a woman often get a backlash, like, no, she's not doing it right. You're supposed to do this when you're questioning a person. Do you ever receive such a backlash? And do you let it get to you if you haven't received it?
Yeah.
I haven't, but what then happens to you? Whatever you need to ask a person, you need to think 100 times before you ask them. It's like, am I on the right track?
Yeah.
What are people gonna think about this? You doubt yourself before people start saying anything. So it's that thing about it, because it's a male-dominated industry. People think that you don't know football. So whatever you put out there will be questioned. More than if when you put it out there.
Exactly.
So
That's the issue.
It's just the thing, before I ask something, I need to think again and again. Bona, Gugula, is it right? Before you put it out there, because now people are gonna come at you like, Naledi, more. That's
You
not
understand?
right. You don't know football.
What is it? It's a male. It will be like you want.
It's fine. It's not a problem.
Exactly.
So we saw the return of Pesitau going to Elach. A lot of people were questioning Guti, why did he have to leave Brighton? I mean, okay, fine, I understand you're not getting, the chance to play, but obviously fight, a training fight to get that chance to play. Why go to Elach? So now we compare the levels, the standards, English Premier League, Elach, and people are like, it's like a downgrade. And so far he's been doing great. 5 goals in 6 appearances, winning, Player of the Week 2 times now. And what's your take? I mean,
him coming back.
I must admit that I was one of the people
who were disappointed.
Not necessarily disappointed, but thought that he should have stayed again for like a season or 2. Just to see if maybe an approach from some team. But seeing him coming back, getting game time, something that he hasn't gotten in so long.
Yeah.
I'm scoring goals for fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so excited for him. I think he's gonna do well from there. But can he still go overseas after that?
Yeah.
That's a big question. Yeah.
And speaking about our pace, Coach Pitso Mosimane has been doing well now that side, but he recently received some backlash, especially from former players of Ahli. They were criticizing his selection, and he was just saying at Al Ahly every player will play.
Yeah.
They don't have a star in the team.
Yeah.
Everyone gets an equal opportunity because they were questioning this guy Luis that he signed, why was he starting, stuff like that, and he was very angry in that press conference. And I think Kapito is one of the coaches that they are really doing well, man.
And I think he always get a backlash every week. When he was at Bafana, he was getting, when he was the coach for Bafana, and even the Sundowns, people always overlook the good work that he, I understand.
Yeah.
So man, Egyptians are so ungrateful.
Yeah.
They are so ungrateful because what else do you still want from the man? Because
Exactly.
he's grinding the results. You see the results week in, week out. What do you
He
want?
got them even the big fish, man. That is
Listen.
what more, man.
What do you want?
And
Yeah.
wrapping up, Naledi, man.
Yeah.
It has been great having you. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
man.
Just before we let her go,
yeah.
beside the big, you tweeted about your biggest highlight. Beside the biggest highlight of Robert Marawa, what is your this year's biggest highlight?
And,
beside the interview with Robert, because
also,
you already know that.
Just to add on top of your question, who is that person you always think about to say, if I can interview this person besides Robert?
So my highlights now, getting Hlompho.
Yeah.
I've wanted Hlompho since 2019.
Yeah.
Wow.
And obviously because it was still at Sundowns, then I had to go through Sundowns.
Yeah.
And it was not materializing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
for me, that was big. Coach Surprise Muriri, he's my legend. I like that guy. He played really well.
Yeah.
So get him in on the show as well. And just looking at my growth, guys. It's been a great job.
No, man, you have been
been-
doing great, man.
Thank you. It's been a great job. So I think everything that's happened.
Every year, yeah.
Like everything.
Big up to you, man.
I'm reading Teko's book.
The case of Teko. Man.
Teko has to come to my show.
man.
Legend.
Teko Minister has to come to my
Legend.
show.
Yeah,
So
that's
before
a
I
show.
wrap up the year,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it comes. Or at
Yeah.
least next year.
Yeah.
In next year. I'd love to have
Wow.
him on my show.
Yeah, but
Legend.
that Tuesday prayer will help.
Let's help.
That's how we wrap it up, guys. It has been an honor. man.
Yeah,
Thank you so
yeah.
much for
Thank you.
Yo,
For all who was in your space, it
Yeah.
has been a very interesting conversation. Just
Yeah.
keep on winning, man.
Thank
You're
you,
doing
guys.
an amazing
You're
job.
also doing great, guys. I
Thank
checked you
you.
out on
we are
YouTube
trying,
and
we are trying.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
saw you met Rob. How was it?
No, man.
The tables have turned.
Man.
How was it?
Man, for me personally, Rob is a cool guy.
Yeah.
Like when I met him, it was that thing. Like he was so humble, and I didn't expect that. You know, sometimes when you meet celebrities or so-called celebrities, you expect them
People
to be,
in the media,
to
yeah.
like, who's this now?
Like,
but Robert was so welcoming. You know, we had a chat, and I must say, he's a very cool.
Yeah, he looks very cool.
Very cool, very
Yeah,
chill.
yeah.
He is.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank
Naledi.
you.
And
Thank you
Naledi
also.
said she's gonna sponsor this post chat, guys. So that's how we wrap it up, guys.
I know nothing about that.
Okay.
Shep.
Okay.
I know nothing about it.